everyone, welcome back to my book nook. Today we're going to be talking about Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. So, before I get into the book, actually no. So this book is basically looking at the story of Achilles and Patroclus from Homer's The Iliad. And their life and history and everything. And so before I get into a lot regarding this book, because that's kind of a decent summary. It looks at its first person point of view, Patroclus, including his Patroclus from when he was living in his kingdom as a prince through acts of killing someone and being sent to live with Achilles and his family as basically his exile, and then being raised with Achilles and all the way up going through the Trojan War, fighting Homer and dying for Patroclus, and then in a way looking at with his ghost watching what happens in regards for Achilles and afterwards. So before I go into any more depth as to with this book, when the Iliad was written, many of Homer's contemporaries and for a while other ancient Greeks, like we're talking about Plato time frame, the argument of the relationship regarding Achilles and Patroclus was not were they in a sexual relationship, but who was what position. There was really no argument for the ancient Greeks that they were. It was just a lot of curiosity of which one did which, because for ancient Greeks it was not very uncommon for an older man to be in a sexual relationship with a younger man in order to show them the ropes of such. And what was made everyone so very confused as to which was which is the way in the Iliad that it was written. Patroclus was definitely the older, so that would have been who they would have seen as the giver of the sexual acts, and Achilles receiving, but Achilles was written as the protector, as the leader, as the roles that you would normally see them having the reverse positioning. So this book is focusing in regards, honestly, with the relationship between Patroclus and Achilles, including the fact that it's because of, and yes, spoiler for the book and also the Iliad, but it's one of these but the story of Achilles and Patroclus, it's kind of not a spoiler, because if you know much about the Trojan War, you know what happens, so it's this weird thing. When Patroclus is killed by Homer, Achilles basically loses his mind, goes into severe not coping with the death, is very demanding of the burial rites that need to happen for Patroclus, and wanting to make it clear that he wants to be interned with him, and then goes off and kills Homer, which is what allows Achilles to then die by his heel. But yeah, so that's basically the synopsis of the Song of Achilles, because it goes through all their training and everything, and ultimately how they do end up getting interned together after a while. But it also explains that aspect of the Trojan War, which is not the entirety of the Iliad, because the Iliad goes through the entire thing, but it covers what happens in regards with Achilles and Patroclus aspect of the Trojan War. So that's why I said it's kind of spoilery for the Iliad, which is a very weird thing to be talking about. Hey, we're going to be spoiling this. I highly enjoyed this book. This is the same author that wrote Circe, Cookie. Sorry, who wrote Cookie, and I would say, I like them both very much. I wouldn't be able to choose which one I liked better. They have very different concepts in a way that they're talking about. They're both Greek myths, but whereas Circe is very focused on her and her life, this is very focused just on the relationship between these two individuals, Achilles and Patroclus, and not and only in regards with how it might affect other things, just in how their relationship is affected by things around and such. Definitely, I would say 9 out of 10 for me. It was very good. I quite enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. And so yeah, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss any. And I'll see you next time. Bye.